This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Hi, Pat. You've been neglecting me.
Yeah, but think of all the trouble it saved me.
Huh? Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, I haven't had to bleed over one of those fancy expense accounts of yours for nearly a month.
Oh, Pat, you've cut me to the quick.
Oh, sure. But no, well, it looks as though I'll have to stick my neck out again.
So, what's the problem?
Well, Johnny, it's a real funny one.
So I'm laughing already?
No. I don't mean funny, ha-ha. I mean funny because...
They didn't deserve the money they collected. I see. And, Johnny, there have been dozens of them over the years. Most of them have been small amounts, under $1,000. Some of them only $5 or $10. In other words, not worth investigating to see what fraud they perpetrated and when. Yes, exactly. But now, look here. This list of payments anonymously received, all of them from the same person.